guys, and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build. If you're new to the channel, hey, how's it going? I'm Jen. Thank you for stopping in, and if you enjoy yourself while you're here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go, because every time you do, a Sim gets their plum bob. For today's video, we're going to be sticking with this whole 2-for-1 theme that I've been doing on the channel lately, and we are going to start out watching a speed build for a vet office that I did not too long ago, and after that we're going to check out some screenshots of a pretty cool 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house that I built off camera actually just the other night. If you happen to be in any of the same Facebook sim groups that I'm in, you may have actually already seen screenshots for this house, or if you're following me in the gallery, there's also a good chance that you might have seen it there because I did upload it in advance of the video. But if you have not seen it in either of those two places, then just know it will be at the end of this video, immediately following the screenshots of the vet office that we are working on right now. And if you should decide at any point during this video that you simply love one of these two builds and must have it in your game, there are links to both of these builds in the description box down below. So pop on down there, click either of the links, and they will send you to the EA gallery where you can favorite the build if you want or add it into your library. Then the next time you log into the game, it'll be just sitting there waiting for you to add it to whichever lot you want. It's pretty cool that I can add in the links and give you guys a direct route there just in case you aren't following me on the gallery. But also, if you like my houses and you want them in your game, I would recommend following me on the gallery because sometimes things get shared there that don't get put on YouTube, and there might be things that you like there. My gallery ID is Simplay Jen with no spaces. Simplay is spelled the same way it is spelled here, and Jen is with 2 N's, not 1. So let's finally start talking about this vet office build, which you guys should know is the first one I have ever done on The Sims 4. I started out with such a smart approach. I dropped down a square and I cut office rooms into it and everything is going all smoothly. But for whatever reason, when I get to the roof, I fail at my first attempt at making the roof, and instead of approaching the roof differently, I decide to chisel into the sides of this vet office because I'm like, ooh, I know how to build. I will just change the shape and make it a little funky, and then I'll put a cooler roof on and we'll move forward with life. That didn't work, and I actually spent so long on this roof that I had to cut the footage, work on the roof off camera, and then come back and start recording after that with a completely different layout on the inside of the building. And not only was it a complete waste of time, because when all was said and done, the office was in fact a rectangle again, but the roof that I finally came upon in the end wasn't even that special. It's really just a basic average roof, and it took me an unnecessarily long time to get there because I decided to overcomplicate something. So I guess the whole reason I rambled on about all of that is because when you guys are building your houses, don't overcomplicate things. That is my tip for this video. Don't overcomplicate things, which is kind of ironic because when you see the house that comes at the end, that one was pretty complicated to build. But on these more simple issues that come about, there is genuinely an easy solution that builders are going to miss because we want to overcomplicate things. And if we all learn to not do that, our builds would be so much faster, people. Oh my goodness, they'd be so much faster. Alrighty then. So other than a roof, this vet office features 2 different areas for treating animals with basic illnesses, as well as a 3rd office for performing animal surgeries. There is a really large sitting area in the front of the building, and there's also a little waiting area directly in front of the surgery room, just in case there are multiple people there with an animal. As the owner of a very brave and protective, but also very wimpy little corgi, I will say that I have spent my fair share of time in the vet office because my dog chews and eats things that he cannot handle. And I like the idea that if my little guy was in surgery, I would be able to just kind of sit, if not in the surgery room, directly outside the surgery room and wait around. So I did make sure to include an extra seating area for any families who might be worried about their little furry babies. Outside of those 3 rooms and the front sitting room, it also has a little bit of a break room. That is also where they will craft the different treats to put inside of the cooler out in the lobby area. And in the back, it actually has a bit of a training spot so that anyone, regardless of how much money they have, has access to a training area in this neighborhood, as well as realistically, I guess, all of the Sims world. And I saved pretty much all of the decorating for this vet office for off screen. So we're getting pretty close to the end of this speed build, and we're actually going to start seeing the screenshots for it very soon. Right now, I'm more or less just showing you guys where the key items are going to go. And once I get that part knocked out, like, I don't waste any time in the bathrooms, thank goodness. I literally just put down a few of the required items for it to be a vet office. Throw in a couple trash barrels just because I forget those so often. I thought it would definitely be important to include those in the video. And then we're going to slide into checking out what this first build looked like when all of the small details were done. So as we slide into the first few screenshots of this vet clinic, I want to say that the final cost came in just south of 100,000 simoleons. So it's not going to be for the vet just starting out, but it would be a great place for a vet who's been at it a while to take their practice to when they've been able to save up some money. It's definitely got a family-friendly neighborhood type vibe to it, I think. It can handle a few animals at one time, but it's nothing too big or too busy. I think it keeps a little bit of that small town feel. And overall, I really liked this vet office, and I hope that you guys do too. Now, 15 seconds is not enough to tell you guys all that I love about this second build. You really just have to check it out for yourself in the game. But no, it has a floating office, multiple gardening areas, and there is a floating microwave that actually works. Everything else that makes this build cool, you guys will have to download it and see for yourself. But trust me, this is a beautiful build. And just like that, we're about to run out of footage, so it's time for us to wrap this bad boy up. If you have made it this far but you still aren't subscribed to my channel, you might really want to consider hitting that button. You made it this far because you probably liked what you were watching, so there's a good chance you'd like it in the future, and this just saves you from having to find that video later. And while you're down there, if you haven't hit that thumbs up but you want to, it really is appreciated. It's how I know that you guys enjoy what I'm doing with the channel. Other than that, I really do hope you guys enjoyed these builds. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and that you make it back here for the next one. All right, y'all, take it easy.